Hello and welcome back to another episode of House of Cure presents Doctor. Today we'll be talking about a very concerned topic which is COVID-19 in children. Like experts are predicting there is going to be a third wave of COVID-19 which is going to be affecting children the most. Let's talk to a pediatrician who will be the best person to tell us about the signs and symptoms, how do we take care, how do we prevent, and how do we help the child to recover to his original state as soon as possible. And to all the parents and family, let's not worry. Please share this video if it helps you in any way. Let's not waste much time. Let's continue to the video. So today we are in conversation with Dr. Rahul Reddy. He's a pediatrician by profession. Over to you, Dr. Rahul.
Yeah, hi, Dr. Janvi. Thank you for inviting me for this talk today, and thanks to House of Cure. So, I'm a pediatrician in Hyderabad, and I have a special interest in pediatric endocrinology. And I've been seeing a lot of COVID in children these days for the past 1 month. So, I thought, let me speak on this topic, and you have invited me for that.
Right. Yes, we have also heard from a lot of experts, and there's a lot of talk going on about how the third wave is going to affect children more often than not, more commonly. So, can you tell us the common symptoms that you've observed in children who are COVID positive and what parents should look out for?
Yeah. So, a lot of the children these days are turning positive because their family members are becoming positive. As such,
Right.
children don't tend to go out much, and it's usually from the family members that they get the infection. And
Right.
what I have seen over this last 1 month, so I've seen many cases, and fever is one of the most common symptom that they're developing, and it
Okay.
is lasting for 1 or 2 days most of the times. And
Okay.
the fever is usually a low grade fever, something less than 103, but
Okay.
not very high grade like 104 or 104.5, not usually chills, but rarely there are exceptions. And the other symptoms are vomiting, diarrhea, cough, cold, and some of them
Right.
have a sore throat. So these are the common symptoms, Dr. Chanvi. Yeah.
So, if at all parents or families notice low grade fever or a generic fever for 1 or 2 days, do consult your pediatrician or doctor. It might be a COVID infection. Coming on to the next question, that is, which children are at a higher risk than the others? Is there any specification on that?
Yeah, so most of the kids are actually quite healthy, and they tend to get a lot of viral infections in general, apart
Right.
from the COVID season that we're having now.
Yeah.
So they tend to have a lot of immunity in them. They have the immune system working always. So there
Right.
are children who are getting mild infections, asymptomatic infections, not becoming severe.
Right.
And you know that they're always vaccinated against other infections, and that boosts up their immunity as well. And
Right.
most of them don't have any other problems like in adults have diabetes, heart disease, or rest of
Right.
the other conditions. So the
Right.
only children who are turning sick are very young ones,
Right.
or those with a heart condition or a
Right.
chronic lung condition
Okay.
where they have compromised power to fight the infection, and then you also have children with cancer sometimes, and
Right.
children with immunocompromised states. So
Right.
these are the few conditions where kidney conditions, liver conditions, lung conditions, and cancers, where children are usually having a bit of reduced immunity compared to normal kids. So these are the
Right.
kids where we are seeing the infection turn severe in many years. However, these are
Right.
just not the rule. So the kid might just have cancer or any other condition and may come out completely fine. So if you're a
Right.
parent with a child having any of these conditions, just don't be worried, because they might just have a mild infection and then come out of it.
Right. So, any of these infections to any of these predisposed condition children life threatening by any chance?
So as we have seen so far, what we know based on experience or what literature has shown, 90
Right.
to 95% of children with COVID infection are recovering well without any problems.
Right.
And probably 5% are turning onto moderate infection or severe infection, which require admission and special medicines and hospitalized care.
Right.
There are a smaller fraction who are developing a condition called a multi-system inflammatory syndrome,
Right.
which is treatable and has other specific medications which need to be given. So overall, even in these children or any other child, there are 90 to 95% of children doing well. Out of 195 kids are doing well. It's very small proportion of kids who are requiring hospitalization or additional treatments and care.
Right. So, just general, if we are a family to or parents to a child that has become that has low grade fever, and now we did home quarantine the child. When is the right time to know that it's time to hospitalize or take the child to a specialist?
Yeah. So suppose you have simple symptoms like just cough, running nose,
Yeah.
vomiting, or diarrhea. These are the
Yeah.
other common symptoms in addition to the fever. So
Right.
you just need to speak to your pediatrician either by a
Right.
teleconsult or else by meeting them in person, and then
Right.
take appropriate medications for them.
Right.
However, there are a few things you should watch for and be careful of, and you should again consult them back again, which is when the fever is more than 3 days, more than or
Right.
equal to 3 days. That
Right.
is one thing. And suppose the vomitings and diarrhea are high in severity and it's persistent, child is not taking much intake, the urine is a bit less, and he's feeling lethargic or dull. That's
Right.
another time you should definitely go back and meet the pediatrician and take
Right.
additional medicines for that. Now, there are a few atypical symptoms which you should know of when your child becomes COVID positive, which needs a definite visit to a pediatrician. These are red color, red colored rash over body, or red
Okay.
lips,
Okay.
or red eyes, which is
Okay.
conjunctivitis, and
Right.
inflammation of the tongue can be there, so red tongue, and
Right.
also any cracking of the lips. Along with
Okay.
this, these are all inflammatory signs. It's a
Right.
multi-system inflammatory syndrome, and
Right.
you also have neck swellings in the neck area where the lymph nodes are.
Lymph
If the
nodes.
lymph nodes get
Right.
enlarged, and
Yeah.
also if suppose the child has any swelling of the hands and feet. So these are some of the symptoms which you should watch for, or red flag signs where you need to meet your
Right.
pediatrician again.
Right. So I was just going to ask you, what is multi-system inflammatory syndrome exactly? Is there any, like
Yeah.
you already told us the symptoms for the same, but
Mm.
is there any
Yeah.
precautionary measure or any medication? Of course, self-medication is not advisable by anybody, but is there anything that parents should be careful about?
Yeah, so let me tell you something about this multi-system inflammatory syndrome. So this is a new entity and has been seen over the last year when COVID has started. And
Right.
when do we say this is there? So when fever is more than or equal to 3 days,
Right.
when there has been a linkage to SARS-CoV-2. Suppose the child had COVID infection in the past 4 weeks or the recent
Right.
past, or the child may be PCR positive now,
Yeah.
or there may be a family member who tested positive. So it
Right.
may not be that the child may be having the infection now, but even if the child had infection in the past, a recent past, even then the multi-system inflammatory syndrome can be diagnosed if they have the clinical features which we talked about. So there is
Right.
specific criteria for which if you have fever more than 3 days and the signs that I've told you, then you would need to meet a pediatrician and leave it to them to diagnose it. Yeah.
Right. So that's when the parents should be alarmed and really consult a specialist and maybe hospitalize the kid, is what you're saying, right?
Yes, you're right. Yes.
Okay. So,
Because it has got separate treatment and there are good outcomes if they are identified and treated early. So I think now
right,
every pediatrician is trying to make everyone else aware of this condition called MISC so that they can
yes,
identify the symptoms early and approach the doctor early to get treatment on time. If
right.
they don't get treatment on time, there is a small chance that they can develop aneurysms of the heart vessels. That is the worry. Yes.
Okay. So that's the main concern. So I think from what we have been speaking over the conversation, I have maybe gathered that it's not extremely life-threatening. It's not untreatable. You only have to be aware of what's happening to your child and address it accordingly. Consult with the doctors at the right time to be able to get the right advice. Right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dr. Janvi. They're a very small proportion, or very rarely they're going into severe condition. So let's not be worried, but let's be positive.
Right. Of course. Now, just asking generic questions. I'm a parent. I'm a family member to a child. What is the first thing to do when you realize that the kid is positive?
Well, if the child is positive, then first thing, you don't worry, and you be with the child, and give comfort and care to the child. And if you are also
Right.
positive, then be with the
Yeah.
child. You don't need to
Right.
isolate the child. If at all
Yeah.
the child is positive, you are positive, everybody else at home is positive, and the most
Yeah.
important thing is tender loving care, which you know about. Now,
Right.
the next thing is definitely take a teleconsultation, or
Right.
I visit a pediatrician whom you're seeing, whom you've been showing to, or who is nearby. And
Right.
then, depending on the specific complaints, the
Right.
doctor would give you medications appropriately. And
Right.
most of the times, it gets settled with those medications without
Right.
much problems. And then you would
Okay.
carefully monitor at home with the thermometer, checking the temperature at regular
Right.
intervals, checking if there's any breathing difficulty, checking if
Right.
there's any poor feeding or reduced urine. So these are some of the
Right.
things you would watch for at home.
Sure. Okay. I think now we can move on to the main concern of new parents, that is pregnant women and newborns. If they are positive, what do you think are the effects to the fetus or the newborn child?
Yeah. So if a mother gets positive during pregnancy, it has not been shown to be common that it is transmitted transplacentally to the child or the baby.
Right.
So it
Right.
is rare, and very few cases have been reported where transplacental transmission is there around the world. Probably it's less than 10 or even lesser. So
Right.
what has been shown more common is transplacental transmission, or is not really well established through the studies.
Right.
So the only thing that we should be careful is if a mother has been positive during the pregnancy and delivers a child,
Yeah.
then the mother needs to take all the precautions so that the child does not get the infection from her, such as masking, and then washing the hands regularly using a
Right.
sanitizer, and trying to maintain a distance of 1 meter with the child and the mother. So
Right.
those are some of the precautions to be taken. Yes.
And what about breastfeeding mothers who are positive?
Yeah. So suppose there's a caregiver who is able to take care of the child
Right.
and is there with the family, then it is always possible that the mother can express the milk by using a pump or by herself
Yeah.
manually, and then
Yeah.
the caretaker can give the baby the milk of the mother by using by various
Right.
methods like spoon, paladai, or else a bottle. So that's the best option which is there. However, if there's nobody else for support, then still the best thing is to continue breastfeeding directly from the mother by reducing the contact time, also by the
Right.
mother wearing the mask, and also
Right.
using proper hand hygiene measures. As
Right.
what has been shown again in newborns also is that the infection is not very much severe in most of the times. Very rarely that
Right.
it becomes severe.
So transmitting the infection through breast milk is of low chances, right?
Yeah, there is no proven transmission, it's not been proven that breast milk
Right.
transmit the virus from the mother to the child. So please give breast milk if you're a mother who is just given birth. Yes.
Right. So I think the main transmissions happen through mouth and nose, like we all know, because it's airborne disease, and through infected hands. So, like you said, take care of both the things, and everything else should be fine, and also staying positive. Okay, coming to the last part, what do you think is a take-home message for the parents and families that you just educated, or for recovering children who have just recovered from COVID?
So a lot of children these days are getting COVID and they're recovering very well. However, it's important that once the COVID infection happens and they're getting cleared, we get them back to their normal state of functioning, and they become like any other child, playing around and being with everybody else. So it's very important that you give psychological support to the child and also give good nutrition to the child so that they can gain their weight back to what the usual weight was. Give them a healthy balanced diet, give them a lot of liquids, lot of fluids, and lot of healthy things. And also you can follow the doctor's advice if you have been advised any multivitamins or anything else to carry on during this time, and that will definitely bring your child back to the normal state.
Right. Thank you so much for taking time out, doctor, for this extremely knowledgeable session. I hope it helps many families and many children. And thank you.